So, hello, my friends. Last month, I received a letter from the trade office, Živnostenský Úřad, that I have to bring all my documents, bills, invoices, a rent agreement, and services agreement if I'm working with other companies, and the product where I buy, where, and the health insurance, social insurance, everything, whatever I have, I bring them. They gave me some date, and that at that time I should come here. Even if I need anything to change, then I can call. But I did not call because I was available at that time. So I was okay. Then I just called to my accountant to ask what is this, because it was my first time to have a such control. I am doing business here in Czech Republic from since 2015. So after 8 years almost, first time controller. And also I have like a 2.5 year s.r.o. And again, after half hour on my datova stranka, I received again another letter that they also want to control my s.r.o. So both my trade license and my limited company, the same time they want to check it. So it was like 9:30, the date and the office of trade license, Živnostenský Úřad. So I prepared all the papers. So just I want to tell you how it goes, what kind of paper they ask, what you prepare or something, because a lot of foreigners who are working, who are just doing some business, an s.r.o, a trade license, they're providing some services. So may they have something similar like me. So don't get panic. It is really very easy. They are very friendly. Just be correct, to the point. Don't speak a lot. What they ask, explain them, show them, and that's it. So let me start. First of all, when at the time I brought the two files, one from trade license, all papers and documents, and one from the s.r.o. I went there. There was the same woman, when one woman controller. She had to check my both the companies, and there was one other person. And just be sure that before you're coming, they have some information about you. If you have a website, of course they have looked your website. If you have the on website, your icho number means like identification chislo, icho number they have. So everything is correct. So when I went, because I came to know, there was a one boy, young man was sitting, and he told me that I go to the post office, and his girlfriend works in post office, so she knows me. And they were talking about me, that because I go very often to the post office, and I send knives from the other to the other cities. So that's why he knew what is my business. So it was really very kind. So it can be possible that you meet somebody, if you have kebab shop, restaurant, shops, whatever you are doing, you are teaching English or so whatever. So you may meet there somebody who know already, or maybe she or he will tell, hey, my brother or my sister, somebody knows you, because mostly the workers are from the same city where you have business. So it is very often, and it also depend, if this person is kind, he knows you, she knows you, that it will go well. But if, just for example, I just realized, if his girlfriend had a very negative point of view, opinion about me, that I was not very kind when I go to the post office, or I offered her, I don't know, maybe I invited her for coffee or something like this. So maybe this person could check my documents very strictly, and I'm sure they will find, if they want to find something wrong in your documents, 100% they can find. So such, be kind and prepare yourself. And if they ask some documents you don't have, then tell them that you will bring, or you will show them later in a few days, you can take. So when I went, I said, they yes, offered me a chair to sit, and they first started about from my s.r.o, and I showed them everything, that the list which I give the products to the shops. And then I showed my invoices, bills which I paid and which I received, everything I showed. And then they asked my office, where is my office? If I have a contract of this office where I'm renting this house, this place, I said, no, this is my place. So I showed them the paper. This, I am the owner. I don't have any agreement or contract with the person. And then they just checked everything is okay. If I am buying these things from the outside of Czech Republic, if I have the invoice, and if I'm paying the taxes, custom, such kind of things. Of course, you show them, and they ask you if I have if they ask me if I have employees in my company. If you have employees, be sure you have to take all the agreement with them, how they are working, how you pay their health and social and etc. So I don't have, I work alone, so that's why I should just paper about myself. So it was okay. Then after that they ask about the my trade lessons. In the trade lessons they also ask if I have a shop or somewhere where I sit, or my office. I said no, I don't have. Where is where I have this store. So I told this store is at my home, where I put, because this I have business of, I do like a translations, so I don't need any office. I go translate to somewhere else. So that I tell them that I don't have any office where I invite people. No, I go for translation to police office or hospital or anywhere. So if you don't have office, so don't mention. And if you have office, or you go to meet your clients, your IT specialist or whatever, or consultant, so just tell them that you meet them in the coffee shop or somewhere. Don't tell them that you have meeting point at your home, because if you are using your home or whatever, wherever, as a your office, so you have to provide the rent contract and etc. So I told them this. Then after that they said, okay, if you sell knife, where you put them? Then I said, oh, I put it under my under my bed, because it's not too much, so it's enough, some cupboard and under my bed. They said, okay, show me from where you buy, or what is the sources. So I showed by the papers where I buy, where I sell. So another very important thing, be sure whatever you are selling and you have for that store, so it is legally you can store these things at your place or not, because it can be something like a chemical or something like which can be extinguishable, get fire or something. So it's not legally to have a store at home or somewhere. So you have to have a store somewhere which is like a authorized place for this person. So be sure that such things you are providing or you have, which is legally. And if you have restaurant and kebab or other shop, so I don't know about these things. Of course they will see if you have everything about the hygiene, this paper, if you are doing restaurants. So this all paper you should take with yourself. And after that they ask from me my health insurance, social insurance. So I showed them that every day everything I pay. And they also ask registration with the finance office. A finance office, you have to have show them register if you don't have, because you have to show your lost uh, tax you paid, so it is enough. Mostly they see the last 2 years your paper invoices and bills you paid. So for this, you everything, yeah, like a bills or other things, you have to have like a 15. If you have less, you can tell that you did not buy a lot of things, so that's why you have only expenditures papers for this, only 15. But in my case, they asked just for last 6 months. So I took everything for last 6 months, whatever I had. I mean, I showed where I buy the products, where I sell, where I give them on the margin. I put them when they sell, they give me money or whatever, how I do business. So I provide them the paper. And also they ask uh, the company which whom you are working, you have contract with them or no. If you are providing some services, so to whomever, any other company, so you have to provide them the contract. Another thing also, if you have website, they already know, it's okay. If they don't know your website, don't mention, because there's no need to mention them. You speak less, there would be less questions, less inquiry. If you speak a lot, so you might lose in some talk. You tell some info, you give them some information which can be problem for you. For example, you just say, oh, sometimes my clients come my home and I explain them home. So you have office at home. Okay, have you permission from the owner of this house you're renting, for example? So that's why speak to the point. If necessary, just give another information. As I told you, the website, because in website you have to have certain things what you are offering, where it is the made and where you buy, and your trade license number or tax number, this kind of things you have to have. So if they don't ask, don't tell them. And other thing, also, if you have shop, you need to have their hygiene paper from hygiene, and where is that rent contract and everything. And especially when you are there, just be calm, don't panic. If you don't have any paper, just relax and say, can I provide you tomorrow or after 1 week? I also did not have something, and she asked, she was very like very kind, very friendly, and I told her I can send you email. She said, okay, send me email, which was really very friendly. And I think it took half hour. Both my trade license and s.r.o, they checked everything, and it took really half hour. And extra thing is the product you are buying from them, the number. They just, I think they just want to check. They don't have any controller of control, or they count how many things you have, or how many things you, how many numbers you sell, or number you bought. No, they did not go in this. They just want to have a control, like a journally. You should prepare for this. So don't get panic about this, that you don't know how many goods you bought and how many you sell. This is not very like necessary. And also I wrote some points. If you are driving some, if you rent a car, so you should have the contract of the car of somebody that you rent a car as you're driving. Also, I have like a Živnostenský list. I also have this transportation, my business. So they ask, if you have the transportation, are you doing this? I told, no, I'm not doing. But after, in last 6 months, I just took somebody, because some company hired me to go somewhere for the translation. So they hire me also my car, and they paid me. So I show them this factura. And also they asked if I'm providing, like I'm also tourist, like tourist guide, and I'm tourist guide. I have this card, everything. So I am providing these services or not? No, I said I did not providing. I am not providing. So, but just prepare. So they asked what I'm providing. I told them that one, translation and knives. Just two things I told. The extra thing I'm not doing, and that's transportation. That I'm not driving Uber or taxi, or I'm not giving my car on the rent. So it was okay. But I have the permission in my trade license. So just be prepared. What you have permission, just reply them. If you tell that yes, sometime I use my car as a taxi. So do you have permission? Are you taxi is registered? No, for the friends or this. No, don't mention this. Just to the point, what they ask, reply them. And they are mostly very friendly, and if they are not satisfied, they can fine you till 500,000 crown. But mostly I think it's, they don't fine, they just, they want you to be ready and have a paper. Another thing, people also get panic when they have this kind of letter that control from the trade office. They just control you, what you are offering, you are authorized for this or not, what you are selling, it is authorized thing, it is legal thing or not, if you are storing somewhere, it is legal or not. Don't bother yourself to prepare about the taxes. No, that how much you made and how much you tax. No, they don't talk about taxes. They just see your last year tax statement. That's it. So there is nothing about the taxes or any financial issues. So be sure that they will not ask. So my friends, this was my experience. I must say it was very nice, very good experience. I was a little bit panic or worried, but when I came out, I was happy that I did it. That both my company and trade license just passed. And I think mostly it happens like same with other people. So if you get such paper, don't be panic. Prepare yourself. Take your all paper. Maybe they will ask anything. So all paper you have of the period which you ask after last 1 year or 2 year or 6 months. So whatever they ask, just took your all paper. And finally, I mean, if you are paying somebody to take care of your website or take care of something else which you are not paying on the paper, so please don't mention it. Just say everything you do yourself. Okay, and if you are in a small city, so it means a lot of people know you. You have kebab shop, you have a restaurant, so maybe who the controller come there. Mostly there are two people who are control. I mean, I have like a very young lady controller and one young boy I mentioned earlier. So mostly I saw that there are just two people. So just be kind, friendly with everyone. You don't know who will be the controller you are giving kebab on your shop, or you are serving in your restaurant, or you are providing IT services, or you are selling something, whatever. So be kind with everyone. Take care. Bye bye.